Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us today for this Nexford Virtual Tour. I see that we have 8 attendees so far. I'm just going to wait for a few more minutes for more people to join us. But I'm super excited that each one of you has taken out this time from their day to learn more about Nexford and the online learning experience. So while we wait another minute for more people to join, in case anybody is running late, can you please introduce yourself on chat and let me know more about yourself and where in the world you're joining me from today, as well as which Nexford program you plan to apply to. In the meantime, I will introduce myself as well. My name is Mai, and I'm a senior Nexford Application Specialist. I have been with Nexford for more than 4 years now, and during that time, I've spoken with so many aspiring learners such as yourselves. And one of the most common questions I get is how exactly will I be studying online at Nexford? How is the online learning experience like, and how is it different from other online institutions or other online programs? Will I feel alone in my program? Are there exams? Can I connect with other learners? How can I apply? And so much more. So hopefully I am here today to answer those questions for you. If you have additional questions, please send them in the Q&A or the question and answer section or portion of the webinar. You should be able to find that box, the Q&A box, the question and answer box. That is where I would much prefer you send your questions. While I would still do my best to read through the webinar chat, there's a chance that if you send your question there, I might miss it. So just to ensure I don't miss your important questions, please send them in the Q&A section anytime throughout the webinar. And then towards the end of this webinar, which runs for about 30 minutes, that is when I will start taking some questions live. All right, so I see we have 11 attendees now, and people have already started introducing themselves on chat. That's fantastic. I see we have 2 Samuels. We have Samuel Giamra from Ghana. Hi. We have Samuel Sifuna from Nairobi, and you're into an MBA, I believe you meant. And Fidelia from Nigeria. Hello, hello. We have Chaptaris Shadrach from Kenya. Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us today. And Olakunle Rahama from Nigeria, both from Nigeria. Wonderful. Thanks, guys, for introducing yourselves. Can you please also let me know if you have already started your Nexford application journey? What I mean by that is, have you already gone on the online platform? Have you already uploaded any documents? And have you, in fact, already submitted your application? It would be great if you already also spoke with a member from our team, any of our Nexford application specialists, to help you get started with your application journey. Hi, Rahama and Abimbola, Njoku, Olawale from Nigeria. Hello, hello. Thanks so much, guys, for joining me today. I hope all of you are excited to start your Nexford program and that you're well aware of the programs that we offer as well as how to apply. If not, I will also be super happy to go through all of that with you guys today. And I think with that, we can get started. We've waited long enough. We've done some introductions. I see that no one is currently still joining, so maybe they'll join later. But anybody who has, in fact, just joined late, I just want you to know that this webinar is being recorded, so you can ask for a playback once it's done and uploaded. So please stay tuned for that. And I will start sharing my screen so everybody can see the online learning platform. Okay, I've started sharing my screen. Can everybody confirm just by raising their hands if they can, in fact, see my screen? Okay, I see some people raising their hands. Thanks, Abu and Shadrach. Okay, I think and let's get started. So just a disclaimer, of course, I am not a Nexford learner. This is a demo account. However, this does showcase, or this is basically how the online learning platform is going to look like for you. This is the homepage of the main of the dashboard of our online learning platform at Nexford, and you get access to this online platform once you get enrolled at Nexford. So you have to apply first and then enroll, pay at least the first month of your tuition, after which you will get your login credentials to be able to access this online platform. So the learning management system that we use at Nexford is called Canvas, and this is the same platform that is being used by Ivy League universities. So if any of you have done any online programs before, there's a chance that you've already interacted with Canvas previously. It's super user-friendly, and the great thing is that there's a mobile application also called Canvas Student. Anybody can download that, whether it's an Android phone or an iPhone, and just search for Canvas Student, search for Nexford University, and then only when you have your login credentials will you be able to log in to your online program and then start accessing your online program. The same applies, of course, for the platform on the desktop version. It's important to note that while the mobile app is super helpful and it can allow you to access your program on the go, you can check your grades, you can go through your modules, you can check your inbox, you can check your grades and contact anybody in the online learning community, whether it's a learner or a faculty member. So it is quite functional, but you will still need to access the platform on a desktop or a PC in order to do some of your assignments and your projects. They're way easier to do there. And in fact, for some of it, it's required to do it on a desktop because we have some proctored assessments, which is the closest thing Nexford has to exams, because we do not have exams at Nexford. We have assignments and we have final projects. After which forms your overall GPA at Nexford. So your overall grade is formed based on your performance and your grades collectively from all of these assignments and projects. And so we do not have exams, but we do have proctored assessments. So you need a PC or a laptop to be able to do that. And also want to let everybody know that you can allocate a minimum of maybe 15 to 20 hours per week at your most convenient time and then just ensure that you're meeting assessment and assignment deadlines, and then you'll be good to go. You can be on track with your program. Anybody can study faster or slower depending on your own pace. So we practice a flexible pace structure. What I mean by that is it's not fully self-paced, and that is because we have deadlines for assignments and for projects. As long as you meet those deadlines, you can, however, still complete your program faster or slower. I'm happy to elaborate on this a little bit later towards the end of the webinar if you have questions around how to study faster and how quickly you can finish your programs. If this is something you are interested in, please send your question in the Q&A section. I will elaborate on this a little bit more towards the end portion of this webinar. Okay, with that, let's just talk more about what we're seeing in front of us here. So these boxes represent courses that you are enrolled in at Nexford, or maybe a resource you always have access to. What I mean by a resource you always have access to, that is the writing lab. I will cover that a little later, but let's start with the NXU orientation. So NXU stands for Nexford University, and the orientation course is a short course you need to complete before you start your official Nexford program. It is quite short in that it only has 3 modules as opposed to any standard Nexford course, which has 6 modules and a final project. So I'll open up those side by side to show you the difference. NXU Orientation has a short table of contents, as you can see. We're already in the module section right here. We have modules 1 through 3, and then a closing. So this is the NXU Orientation, which serves sort of as your welcome package once you get enrolled at Nexford, and you need to complete this orientation course before you start your official Nexford program. You can take a few days doing it if you want, but it can finish as quickly as 30 minutes to just go through these modules. They're not very difficult. You're not being graded on this. This only informs you everything you need to know about our online platform, about our university policies, how to reach out for help, all the support systems that we have, and so much more. And I will jump in the introduction part shortly so you guys can have a better idea about the NXU orientation. But like I said earlier, I just want to compare this to a regular Nexford course. So you will see this one has short table of contents, only 3 modules, whereas a standard Nexford course looks like this. It has more items in the table of contents here. We even have a course navigation, which describes each part, tells you what it's all about. And then if I jump to the module section, you'll see here there are modules 1 through 6. So it is much more, correct? And it looks more fleshed out. You have different areas like expand and demonstrate. So you have parts where you can do additional learning up to you. And then you have parts which are required, sorry, which is the the assignments that you need to do, and a final project. We can jump into that later if we have time, but let's go to the introduction part here for everybody. I see some people joined us towards the end in the last few minutes. So we have 16 attendees so far. Anybody who has just joined, don't worry, this session is being recorded. So you can ask for a playback once it's over if you wish to have it. And a reminder that if you have any questions, there is a Q&A box. You need to click on where you can drop your questions, and I will be taking questions live in a couple of minutes. All right. So we are in section 1 of the introduction of the orientation course at Nexford. Right from the beginning, you'll see that there is a welcome video from our founder and our CEO, Fadil Tarzi, where he tells everybody a bit more about Nexford and how it got started and what is Nexford's mission. So I'd love to play this just for a few seconds for everybody so they have a better idea.
It's been said that the future is a convenient place for dreams, so why not dream big? I've always known education changes lives, but I first realized its impact over a decade ago. On my entrepreneurial journey, I saw a gap between the skills of college graduates and the needs of employers. With my own startups, I struggled to find people with the right competencies. For example, I couldn't find a software engineer with effective communication skills. I couldn't find the creative designers who could plan. I thought to myself, is this why unemployment stats of college graduates grab so many media headlines? And it's not our graduates' fault. Burdened by heavy debt, cohorts of learners walk away from university unprepared for the workplace. That's why I set out to create a university for you, one that I'm convinced has the potential to positively impact lives as well as millions worldwide. I'm Fadil Al-Tarzi, and I can proudly say that I'm the founder and CEO of Nexford University.
All right, guys, that is just a sneak peek for you. Hopefully you can watch it in its entirety once you get enrolled at Nexford. I do want to say that this video right here is just a small example of the different and dynamic elements through which you're going to be doing your studying at Nexford. So it's not just going to be a lot of text. We don't want our learners falling asleep. You'll find videos like these. You'll find embedded audio clips. You'll find little exercises, blog-length articles, links to outside resources, links to maybe YouTube videos or embedded YouTube videos within the platform, and so much more. There's always something to keep you engaged, and hopefully you will experience that once you get enrolled at Nexford. And any video here also has a video transcript that you can download, a written transcript that you can download, which can be super useful for some videos. I see some questions here that I want to, at least this first question or second question here from Mr. John Exie, who says, how long is the orientation course? I just want to reiterate that it can take you just 30 minutes to complete. You can take a couple of hours, you can take a few days. It's really up to you, but the important thing is the deadline of it is that you need to complete it before you start your official Nexford program. But you can take it, you can finish it in as short as 30 minutes. As for Kindness's question, are the course modules downloadable? I do not. I'm not too sure that they are downloadable. I don't know that you would need them to be downloadable though, because everything is accessible in the online platform at any time. Right, but I can double check. What I would recommend, Kindness, is I will be at the end sharing the contact information for Nexford, Nexford's team of online agents. So you can send us on WhatsApp or send us an email, and they can just double check this with our learner success team, and they will be able to confirm if any of the course modules are downloadable. But I do not believe that they are. Like I said, everything can be accessed online at any time. There are no fixed class times in the day, so this allows anybody to log in any time of the day, any time of the week to do their studying, and you can even access your programs on your mobile phone through the application Canvas Student, which I covered earlier. All right, let's jump back to the introduction here. I was too tempted to answer those questions, guys, but I will keep the questions to the end so we can just stay on track here. I will tell everybody some things you can join from the beginning of your program that can help you with your learning journey, and that is such as joining our NXU learning communities, which are led by other Nexford learners who are experts in certain industries, of which you could be interested in. It really depends. For example, we have entrepreneurship, If you're into that, I would recommend joining that learning community. Otherwise, we have finance, HR, and marketing. Alternatively, we have learner WhatsApp groups, which I truly recommend people join, especially from the start of their program. We have learners from over 110 countries around the world right now, which means we have so many WhatsApp groups that are either country specific, program specific, or intake specific. So you'll find a whole list of WhatsApp groups you can join depending on what you like or where you are or what you're studying. And if you do not find a WhatsApp group of your liking, you can always start up your own, share it with our success team, and they will share it with other learners to even have peer mentors, which are also NXU learners dedicated to make you feel welcome and get you settled in the online platform. So there's a whole learning community of peer mentors. And then as you progress through the orientation, we tell you about some of our different offerings, and then you go through the university starter kit. You familiarize yourself a little bit more with our policies and our features, how our course is ordered, how can you take more than one course at the same time? Can you take a break from your program? The answer is yes. We call that a leave of absence. And if you're studying our MBA program, for example, you can take a leave of absence of up to 4 months at a time, not at a time, rather 4 months in total. And for our BBA program, you can take it up to 8 months break from your program. So they are taken 1 month at a time, and this is because Nexford's courses start at the beginning of each month, meaning you cannot take a break for like 1 week, 2 weeks, and then resume your program or resume your course. If you choose to take a break from your program, your access will be paused for that 1 month until you return. You'll know very well, of course, all the course deadlines and assignment deadlines and so on. Go through this. Also, you'll see that every Nexford learner gets a free and unlimited access to Microsoft Office 365, and you'll be needing to download Teams to communicate with our online learner community. Let me tell you about the different types of support you receive at Nexford. So you might have heard me already say learner success team or success advisors. So what are success advisors? They serve as your sort of coach or your mentor throughout your Nexford program. You can reach out to them at any time. And this is because we have success advisors posted all around the world. You can reach out to them 24/7 on WhatsApp or send them an email. You can even book a consultation call with any success advisor. And often you'll find that they reach out to you before you even think of reaching out to them. This is because they track your progress. They make sure that you're en route or you're on track with your goals. If you're having any challenges with the online platform or with your course, I would recommend reaching out to a success advisor right away. And if it is not something related to their department, they will be able to direct you to the correct team to discuss what challenge you're facing, whether it's something related with, maybe you need to speak with a faculty member, your professor, or maybe you need to speak with the tech team or the IT team or something like that. They will help you with that. And like I said, there are faculty members also, or professors. You can reach out to them also by email, and they will be more than happy to help you also understand anything in regards to the course that you're enrolled in, that they are the teacher of. Okay, that is a sneak peek of the orientation, guys, just the introduction part. So of course it'll get a little deeper as you go through it, but it'll answer all the questions you have about the online platform and the online learning experience. If anyone has any questions around it, please send in your questions now and I will get to them at the end. Next, I want to talk about the writing lab. So this is something that stays on your dashboard all the time. You always have access to this. And so what is the writing lab? We know that not everybody is a natural born writer. And for the types of assignments that you may be required to do at Nexford, you may be asked to use some type of writing or formatting that you haven't used before. So this will tell you all about that. It is the area that will help you also improve your academic skills and your research skills. So there is a module section within the writing lab which covers so many different topics, including the style guide, which I mentioned is in relation to formatting. as well as APA style formatting. So you may not have heard of that before. This is where you're going to learn all about that. So there are a couple of papers, some papers, and then there are also videos that will help you in different areas such as English grammar and paragraph structure. And then we have some frequently asked questions that you can check out here also. And again, you always have the success advisor you can reach out to for support, for additional support. And then here I want to talk about some basic or some features in the online platform. On the left side is the navigation pane, and this follows you no matter where you go in the online platform. If you click on courses, it just gives you a quick overview of the courses that you are currently enrolled in. You can be enrolled in a maximum of 3 courses at the same time, which can allow you to finish your program faster, and that is dependent on your grades. So the higher your grades are, the more number of courses we will allow you to take, because you've proven your competency and that you're able to sort of juggle that many courses at the same time without it affecting your grades negatively. And then we have a calendar also. You'll see that there are items added in your calendar automatically depending on what you're enrolled in, and you can change your view here by just clicking on the different courses that you're enrolled in and the reminders that come out of it. You'll see that they are color coded, which is something you can play around with in the online platform just by changing the color here. You can even do a color overlay. So these are just some fun features that are super user friendly that can help you organize your online platform. Then you can click anywhere, of course, to add your own reminder, your own event, or your own to-do item. If you want to flesh that out a little bit more, just click on more options to add in more details. And the great thing is the calendar can be synchronized with your PC or your laptop or your mobile phone. So that way you're always connected and you never miss out on any important reminders or assignments and deadlines. Okay, and then we have our inbox. The inbox is one of the easiest ways you can communicate with anybody in our online learning community. You receive, messages or announcements from faculty members straight to your mailbox. But if you want to compose a new message, just click here, select the course that you're enrolled in, for example, leadership and organizational development. And do you want to speak with a teacher or a student? Let's say you want to speak with a student named Abigail. Put in your subject, put in your message, and send. And it is that easy to speak with anybody in our learner community. And what history will just, of course, take you back to the previous pages or areas you accessed in the online platform. And then we have this Ask NXU tool, which is super useful in case you have any questions that you feel are quite basic and you don't necessarily have to send an email or reach out to our team on WhatsApp. You can search for your question here, and most likely you'll find frequently asked questions here. So you'll find the answers here. We have some suggested articles, and usually for the suggested articles or otherwise, if it still doesn't seem to answer your question, the great thing is that at the bottom, we will often provide you an email address or another link of who else you can reach out to for additional help. And what else, guys? So I think next I'm going to talk about the different learner benefits you get at Nexford. And that is through our career services, one of which is LinkedIn Learning. So if you haven't heard of LinkedIn Learning, it is, of course, connected with LinkedIn. And normally you need a subscription to be able to access LinkedIn Learning. But as a Nexford learner, you get free and unlimited access to over 16,000 LinkedIn Learning courses and videos that cover so many different topics. They don't have to be related to your program, and that's the great thing. You can take courses as short as 5 minutes up to maybe 5 hours. There are so many different topics, like I said, over 16,000 LinkedIn Learning courses and videos. And if you don't know where to start, and perhaps maybe you prefer for it to be related to the Nexford program that you're studying, the great thing is that you'll see that within most courses, we provide suggestions for you within the modules of which LinkedIn Learning courses to take that is related to a certain module. For example, in this early on MBA course, you'll find here under module 1, there's an expand area where we suggest you take this LinkedIn Learning course, which is related to this module. And then here we suggest to take this one. In module 3, we didn't have the suggestion there. For module 4, we suggest to take this one. So these are optional. You can take them for additional learning. If you want to take something completely unrelated, that's very much up to you also. And that's the great thing because you retain access at any point to LinkedIn Learning throughout your Nexford journey. We also have the NXU library, which you can click on here. And our library is a robust library of over 60 million resources that covers so many different topics. You can jump to a specific group, but I'd like to scroll through some of them for you. You'll see that these include encyclopedias, include research papers, blogs and articles, and so much more. This is a great research tool you can utilize while you're studying at Nexford for your assignments and for your projects and such. And then you can visit our career page on our website at nexford.edu/career to learn more about the different ways we help you with your career during your program and even after you graduate from Nexford. So one of those ways, of course, is through LinkedIn Learning, which I have just covered. But we also have IBM Digital Nation Africa. And if you're luckily in Africa, based in Africa, then you can have access to this. This is for more tech-related programs. If people are more interested in cybersecurity or AI or programming or such, then this is the place for you. We also have Localize, one of our many great offerings, which is a great platform where you can create a profile for yourself. Check it out here at localize.world, or you can just watch our demo also of Localized. So you can create a profile for yourself. You can get tips on how to set up your CV or your resume, how to apply for interviews, how to succeed at interviews, create a profile for yourself, and get connected with career coaches and mentors around the world. And you can even join virtual job fairs. Also, we have Forage. So if you haven't heard of Forage, it is already a free resource, but we partnered up with them, I think the previous year. You'll see that we have suggestions also within the modules for you. For example, this MBA course, like I showed you guys about LinkedIn Learning, we do the same with Forage. You'll see a suggestion here for which Forage programs you can take. So anybody can just visit also the forage.com/simulations to learn more about the different simulations. So what is Forage? It is a career resource where you can get virtual work experience, but at real companies like JP Morgan and Accenture. And it's while it is a free resource, the great thing is that it can complement the learning that you're already getting at Nexford, and you can apply the skills that you learn. And you can choose to share your task submissions with recruiters, which can lead to interview opportunities for internships. Right, guys, that is just some of the many different learner benefits. I think the last thing I want to show everyone is to just jump into one of the modules for the MBA here. So you guys have an idea of the different and dynamic elements I was talking about earlier through which you can do your study. Opening up module 1 here, and we're about to wrap up the call, by the way, guys. So if you have questions, now is the time. Please send them in the Q&A section. I will just go through this, stop sharing my screen, and then start taking questions. For example, here we go through module 1, and these are the voice notes, or not the voice notes, rather the audio clips that I was recommending.
Starting in this module, you're going to take on the role of a new leadership consultant. You have the opportunity to gain a new perspective on your organization.
That's an example of the embedded audio clips I was talking about. And then here you have some slides which provide you with additional information. You need to keep clicking through to get that information. So we always keep you engaged. You have to interact with the platform in order to get the information. It's not just scrolling through a lot of text. You see many visuals, so there's always something to keep you engaged. And things sort of slide in front of you. Here you gotta click through to get the additional information. And then you click through to the next section. And here it tracks your progress. Supposedly I am 20% complete with this module. Here you're being asked to click for an outside resource. These were the outside resources I was talking about. Takes you here where you're being required to read this. With 5 lessons learned about leadership, example. Here would have been a video you need to watch, a TED Talk. So this is an example, guys. Many different resources here as well. So there are activities you need to complete sometimes, and then some things you need to connect. I don't know where that's gone. I think it's on one of the other courses, but this is just an example of how the courses and the modules sort of flow and how the different areas look. So I hope that it gives everybody a better idea. All right, I am ready to take some questions. I see a lot of people sent questions in the webinar chat. I will get to them. Please make sure to send them in the Q&A box. I would prefer. I will start with the questions there. And I have a question from Abu who says, what kind of programs do you offer? And yeah, we offer many kinds of programs. So we have currently 5 different degree programs, 3 of which are on a master's level. They're graduate level programs. We have 1 bachelor's degree program and 1 associate degree. And then we also have short certificates, which take 5 months on average to complete. And then we also have single courses, which take 1 to 2 months to complete. Those are just the most common, I think, Nexford programs that people apply to. But we have other programs that are in relation to partnerships that we have, such as professional certificates, and those are in partnership with IBM and Google and Meta. So these are professional certificates which provide you skills, in-demand skills you need to qualify for global careers that are related to so many different topics, whether it's programming, maybe being a software developer, things like that. So those cost $59 a month, and need to dedicate also 10 to 15 hours a week to complete those. So those are different types of certificates that we provide. We provide a top-up degree for our BBA program. We offer pathway programs if you need a little bit more to qualify for some of our programs. So there's so much on offer. So there's a lot to say to that question, Abu. I would recommend just jumping on our website and checking all of our programs. You'll see everything listed there in full detail. So let me share that question, information with you on chat. And I see a question from a side question sort of from Olakunle, sorry, for an MBA course that graduation is physical or virtual. So Nexford is 100% online, just like our team is also working remotely. So anybody would graduate from the comfort of their own home and would receive an official copy of their digital certificate upon graduation. However, you can request also to receive a physical degree to be sent to you. So the answer is that it is virtual. However, we do our best to also have graduation ceremonies in select countries around the world where we have a lot of graduates. And an example of that is in Nigeria and Egypt, we've had graduation ceremony. Having said all that, we also have a graduation ceremony in Washington, D.C., where the headquarters of Nexford is. We held one already, I believe it was last year, and then we're holding another one next year. So, of course, it's not mandatory. Not everybody's required to travel to be able to attend the graduation ceremony. We will help you with a letter of invitation for your visa. However, I think you would need to cover the rest of the fees. But definitely check out more information with our team upon graduation or when you're nearing graduation to see what is on offer at that point. So that is a long and winded answer to your question, Olakunle, but I hope it answers your question in regards to graduation. So anybody would graduate anyway, hopefully have their, American certified degree from the comfort of their own home. Yes, kindness. The graduations in Nigeria are done annually. That is correct. We've had 2 already. Everybody can check out on our events page more information on all of that. You can also check out our Facebook page where we have some photo albums for the previous graduations. I believe I indirectly answered your question, Mr. John Exie, about having finished a program, how would we be given the certificate? So yes, it would be mailed to you, the digital copy of your official certificate. And then you can also ask to be sent a physical copy. We have a question here from Samuel. Kindly share more on the scholarship and criteria. The scholarship and the criteria, do you mean the criteria for the scholarship? So we have many different scholarship offers. What I would do is recommend that you also reach out to our team on WhatsApp or send us an email, and I will also send you the scholarship link so you can check it out and express your interest in having a scholarship with Nexford, and then our team will reach out to you with what is applicable and what you are eligible for. Okay, I've answered all the questions in the question and answer box or portion. Let me try to go through the chat and see if there are some questions there that I might have missed. I do see Abu was introducing himself here. I'm a teacher and CEO of AI Wealth Africa. I'm looking to apply for business administration in artificial intelligence. That is a fantastic choice, very popular for sure. I hope you know the application and enrollment process already. We would love to have you in Nexford's global learner community. I think you would be a great fit. So I'm glad to hear that you know which program you wish to apply to. We definitely have that. So if you have any questions about that, please let me know. You've also asked what are the unique opportunities that you offer. I do believe that I covered that today. So, so we have many Nexford career services and much more. So Nexford will be helping you with employment and career progression during and even after your studies through our career services portal, which I shared some of which today. And through one of our many offerings like Localize, you will get the chance to connect with career coaches and mentors and join virtual jobs. Thank you. We even have a course towards the end of your program, career strategies for success, where you can gain skills to strategically search for a job that aligns with your career goals. You'll learn knowledge and techniques to prepare, plan, and execute a modern job search in a global market. You'll learn how to develop a personal brand, prepare an effective resume or CV, and cover letter and LinkedIn profile, and build a strong professional network. And also successfully interview for roles that can help you hopefully launch your future program. You're very welcome, Abu. Yeah, Abu says I would love to study here because I can see the programs are flexible, and I also wanted to know if Nexford can partner with Wonderful. I'm super happy to always hear about anybody who wishes support Nexford's mission. Companies and entities around the world. So I would recommend email at help@nexford.org, and we will connect you with for more information. As for Samuel saying, would you mind sharing more about your scholarships? And I do believe I answered that already in the Q&A section. So what I'll do now, guys, before we wrap up the call, in case nobody else has any more or any further questions, I will send on chat just a wrap up of the application steps and how to get started at Nexford in case there are people in this call today that don't know how to get started yet. So the first thing you need to do, of course, is select the program that you wish to study at Nexford. If you need help in that also, you can book a consultation call. And I'll send a link for that in case you don't know where to start. You know, you want to start somewhere, and that is common, is a common sentiment. So I shared a link on chat here where you can speak with a Nexford Application Specialist specific to helping you select a program and get advice on a program that suits your study and career goals. So once you're done with that and you were able to select a program, of course, you will also be asked about your eligibility. So what is your highest academic qualification? and are you eligible for this program that you wish to apply to? So our admission requirements are very clear and very straightforward, and you can learn about it on our admissions page, to which I've shared a link also on point number 2 in those couple of paragraphs I sent on chat. And so just go there to learn about our different admission requirements, and then anybody can start their application anytime. And this is because we start our programs at the beginning of every month. So you can start your application anytime, upload what you want. If you cannot complete your application on one go, you can save, exit, and you can come back later and it will continue from where you left off. And that is a great thing about the application because it is online and it will save your progress. Once you're done with the uploading any necessary documents, you pay a one-time $25 application fee, and then you submit your application. You should receive an application decision within 1 to 7 days. Again, I just want to say that 7 days, though, is really that it would only take that long if there are maybe discrepancies in your documents or you have documents that need translating. By the way, Nexford offers in-house translations, but that does mean that it might delay the decision on your application. But if everything is super clear, your names match on all of your documents, nothing is, I would say, invalid or expired, then you may even receive same-day decision on your application. So I will send you also an article with tips on how to have a successful application. Check out that article. And then otherwise, I already shared on chat also a step-by-step video to help you through the application process. Finally, I will also share a link, or rather a PDF guide. So this is a PDF document you can download and keep at hand. It's super useful because it goes through the whole application and enrollment process step by step with pictures and text and everything. So it will guide you throughout the whole application. I really recommend checking it out. I think it's going to help your application journey so much if you haven't already gotten started. So I believe that is everything about how to get started, guys, and about the application and enrollment process. If anybody here is already past the application stage and needs help with how to then get enrolled or what are the next steps, can you please let me know on chat? And I'm happy to send some succeeding steps for enrollment as well. See a question from Mr. John Exie. What about if you were rejected after the application process? Would you be refunded the $25? Unfortunately, you would not, Mr. John Exie. It is a non-refundable $25 application fee, which is why I recommend reaching out to our team. The great thing is before you even submit your application, you can share your documents with our admissions team. You can share the information that you have with our Nexford Application Specialist on chat. There's a ton of support that can help you from the beginning to confirm for you whether or not you're eligible. So that is why it's a very clear-cut application. Applications aren't, rejected at Nexford for any reason except that your documents do not meet our admission requirements. So, it would never. There's no profiling being done. We're not, we're not selective in that way about, about people who apply at Nexford. We want everybody to have access to an online and global, international level, online education. So yes, I recommend reaching out to our team. I recommend going through the documents and the videos and all the tips and tricks that I have just sent. And I think if anybody were to follow this, 100% you would have a successful application at Nexford. As long as you meet our admission requirements, that is all we need. You can request a call. You can continue chatting with us for weeks on WhatsApp. We can guide you through the whole application process. We have so many different Nexford application specialists also posted around the world to help you at any point. Anytime you need a call, we will guide you. Don't worry, Mr. John Exie. I hope you can apply and have a successful application with Nexford. I'm sure you will have a successful application as long as you meet our admission requirements and upload any necessary documents. Okay, we still have 18 people with us. I'm super glad you guys are still on the call with me. We do need to wrap up the call, so I want to know if anybody else has any additional questions before we end the call today. I think what I want to ask you guys is, who here knows the enrollment deadline if you wish to start studying with Nexford on January 1? And January 1 is our next intake, by the way. So anybody can apply and enroll today, but you're not going to be able to start your program yet until January 1, because our programs start at the beginning of every month. So who knows the enrollment deadline? Mr. John Exie raised his hand. Wonderful. Can you guys tell me on chat when is the enrollment deadline to join the January 1 intake? Okay, we have Rahama on Q&A. Good, that's correct. So John Exie, that's also correct. Yes. Okay, who else knows? Good job. I think you guys have checked out our application enrollment processes or spoken with the Nexford Application Specialist. So I'm glad to see that. So I hope this doesn't mean that only 2 out of 16 or 18 people know the enrollment deadline. But if so, then I'm happy to clarify for everyone. It's correct. It's 28th of December. The 28th of every month is the enrollment deadline if you wish to join the next intake. So you need to remember that date because we don't make exceptions if you come to Nexford at 29th of December and say, please, I want to join on January 1. We cannot make an exception. That is the cutoff for every batch. So you need to make sure you get your application done and your enrollment, and you pay at least the first month of your tuition in order to start studying with us in the next intake right away, which is January 1. For anybody who's been offered any scholarships or such, I think normally the enrollment deadline or the scholarship deadlines for those are end of month, and that is the 31st of December. So you need to also make sure to enroll by then to benefit from that scholarship offer. And the great thing is if you do that, at least you secure the scholarship offer for the rest of your program, even if you're not ready to start your program right away. So anybody can enroll today and still choose a future start date up to 3 months ahead. So you can enroll anytime this month and still choose to start your program on March 1 or I believe latest April 1. So I would recommend keeping that in mind as well. No, there is no scholarship test. I recommend just filling the sheet I believe I shared earlier. It is a form you need to fill. Let me share that again. All right. Okay, guys, I think I will end our call here. I hope everybody's questions have been answered and that everyone is keen to start learning with us, hopefully in the new year on January 1. If any other questions come to mind, let me share with everyone our WhatsApp number and our email inbox number. help@nexford.org is where you can email us. Our teams are on chat and on email every single day, so you will always receive a response within 24 hours on WhatsApp, as well as help, and often much less than that. So if any questions come to mind, please reach out to our team. Don't hesitate. We'll be super happy to help you. If you want to chat with us on WhatsApp web, there's a link you can simply click on as well. I've just shared that on chat. So if any additional questions, please don't hesitate. Finally, I will also share a one-on-one link if you wish to have a one-on-one call with me to go over the online platform. Maybe you want to see anything specific, anything else in the online platform, then you can book a 15-minute session with me where I will share my screen again and show you the online platform. That is a link for that. Let me share another link also. I'll share with you another link where you can also book a call like that with another Nexford Application Specialist. That is it, guys. You know where to reach us. I wish you the best of luck, and I cannot wait for all of you to start learning with us at Nexford. Thank you so much for taking this time out of your day today. I hope you have a good afternoon or a good evening or good morning. And thanks again for joining. Take care, everyone, and best of luck with your application. All right. Bye, everyone. Thank you.